further out the other day. Been running into tide a bit, but that'll be right. Should have pulled them up a bit earlier, but never mind. Give you a workout. Give you a workout. We've got a lobster in there. With these small crabs. Now these have been down a couple of days, so that's how long I like to leave them. Normally 2 days, sometimes 3 days, sometimes a day. Usually a couple of days is good enough. The pot didn't do so well, but I didn't have much bait in this one, I know that. Not giant, not bad. I'll put it to one side for a minute. Oh, better. Bigger shell, smaller claws, that one. And everybody's favourite, the lobster. That's a nice one, that. Should have brought some buckets with me. Gotta remember to do that. Bring something for the put the lobsters and crabs in and stuff. Right, I need a considering it's been out for several days with a pollock head. 2 days. Oh what? One possible candidate, we'll take it, and for now we'll sort it out after. Fresh bait for that one, I think. couple of baby lobsters. That's about it. The other one. Another little one. Small spider crabs again. Angriest crab in the sea. Mind you, it's a beauty, that one, if you did eat these ones. But to be honest, it's a lot of effort for what you get out of them. But I believe they use them in paella. Somebody was telling me in Spain they eat them a lot. But just as eaten on its own, you get barely anything from them. So. Well, there's a little lobster, but only a little one. Maybe one. It's a half decent crab. Hold a bit now. Right. Right, well, you're probably thinking to yourselves, what's going on now? Well, I am going to cook a crab because I'm waiting for the tide. Got my pot, and I haven't brought a big pot, just a small pot. I brought cooker. It's in here. They're not the greatest cookers, but they do work all right. They just cook for a lot of gas if you use them. I'm going to cook a crab up. Now, the first thing with the crab is I need to dispatch it. Now, the quickest way and easiest way to kill a crab, as far as I'm concerned, is you take the legs either side like that. You put this back edge. Seagulls are a pain in the ass at times. I've just been cleaning the boat a bit, that's why. You put that onto the gunnel. Now, if there was a strange cut there, it's because I had to move out the way. The seagulls are just making so much noise. But as I was saying, we're going to cook a crab, and the best way to dispatch them is take the legs either side like that, put that shell part there against a rock, a gun, or anything like that. Just put it on like that, and you push down hard. It'll rip the carapace off, and it's dead basically. It just rips the head straight off. That's the quickest way you can do it out in the wild, really. Now, I'm doing this back here. If you don't want to see this, just look away for a minute. Let me just put my gloves on, it makes life a bit easier. I won't show it in detail, but I'll show you how quick it is. And like I say, normally I'd cool them down at home, but I'm not at home, so we're out in the wilds. So, like I said, you grab the crab either side like this. Put this onto something like edge of a gunnel, a rock, anything like that, and then all you do is push down, and it's dead, just like that. Don't lose your pot. Now I'm doing it this way because bloody seagulls. I'm doing it this way because I don't have a very big pot, so I'll break the crab in half and I'll cook it in 2 pieces. So basically like that, get rid of that bit, lost a leg, and this will fit in my pot. And all we need now is some seawater. grab our seawater, like so. Get our stove. I need to get a new one of these. This one's getting a bit rusty. It's the gas. Turn it on. And put the water on. Now, I'm going to let this boil, and once this is boiled, I'll get back to you. Because I'm going to clean some fish, take in, so it'll be a few minutes. So, I've been having a bit of a tidy up. Now the water is nice and hot. I'm going to drop the crab in. As you can see, it's much easier when it's been dispatched like that. Normally I'd cook them sort of whole, but I mean you can do them this way as well. Obviously I used seawater. It's the best way to cook them. But if you haven't got seawater, just add some salt to the water. It'll bring out the flavour of the crab. It'll be much nicer. If you cook them in plain water, sometimes you can wash out the flavour, especially with things like lobster. You know, always add a little bit of salt, and they'll taste much better. So anyway, in our pots, we ended up with just 3 or 4 crabs and just the 1 lobster. So we're not catching an awful lot at the moment. I mean, that's 2 days. It's not a lot. So we'll take our lobster in with us. The crab, I've just put them in a pot for now, and they can stay. Out here for now. They're not the biggest of crabs, but if somebody wants one, they're still decent. Right, so now we just got to give this about, when it's shelled like that, about 15 minutes. Normally do them about 20 minutes or so. 15 minutes long enough. Lovely day, that's for sure. These aren't the best waterproofs, but I've got some new ones. I'll change them out sometimes. Right, well, crab is cooled a little bit, it's still fairly hot. So, put the crab there, take my keys out of my pocket, I think. Sit on them. Now the thing with crab, particularly spider crab, which this is, quite often the meat will stick to the shell. So, hold on a minute, let me just grab a nut, cracker. So I brought some nut crackers. They're pretty useful at breaking, or pear pliers or something. And I brought a spoon so I can pick the meat out. Now, to be honest, this is far easier doing this at home in your kitchen. You get a bit of meat off the legs like that, which you can go straight into. Damn, that is sweet. That's a real good one. But when you break these leg sections, that bit's no good. But you'll see the meat stays inside, so you need something to get the meat out, which is what this little spoon handle's for. You can get right in there and hook the meat out like that, you see. But like I say, spider crab's a bit trickier than brown crab, because brown crab tends to come out in clumps, you know, you get the big chunks of meat. Spider crab's more sort of fibrous, and you need to hook it out with tools. That's why, like I say, it's easier doing it at home where you've got where you've got picking equipment. Now I've brought a tub so I can put some meat in here. I've also brought some bread and butter. So I'm going to do this for a couple of minutes, just get the meat out of it. I mean, there's meat, let me put this down a minute. You've got meat in all the legs, in all the claws, and all in the body there. And like I say, it is a bit fiddly, and this will take a few minutes to do, so we'll cut to when I've got a lot of it out. Little tip as well, whenever you eat crab or lobsters, you want a nice hard shell one, especially lobster. You don't want soft shell ones. Or shells that are too, because they'll be full of water. Same with crab. If you get an old crab, if it's like a very light coloured shell or see-through almost, you don't bother. Like I say, they'll just be full of water. The meat won't be as good, anywhere near as good as hard ones. But as you can see, this is a hell of a fiddle to, because like you say, you see all these little bits here. This is all the meat. It's very, like I say, fibrous, so it comes out in little pieces. It's not like I say on a brown crab, you'll get more like a lump of meat. It's still crabby, but it's not. It doesn't fall apart like this so easily. Now, while the camera was off, I was kind of like eating the meat out the legs, so couldn't contain myself. The only good thing is you can get rid of your crab shell, and all the fishies will pick at the bits that are left. But like I say, doing it like this is quite wasteful, because obviously you're not sitting at home comfy, like taking your time. Now, if you're wondering why I did this video, or I'm doing this cook video, I thought about this during the winter. The reason I thought about it is I've had a lot of people, not thousands, but lots, who've asked for cook videos, like various cooking videos. So I had to think about it, and I thought, well, what I'll do is, like today, I'm doing this one, and we can do, when the mackerel come in and that, we can take a little pan out and we can fry some mackerel out there when we're fishing out at sea. We could do a lobster sometime even. We'll just do a few different fish dishes while we're out in the boat, if people want to see this. I do know that, like I say, numerous people have asked for the cooking, or cook some fish, or, you know, that kind of thing. So, but I won't be doing like every week this sort of thing. This will just be now and again. I'll do a cooking one out on the boat, maybe off the land. We'll see. The thing is, we live on an island. It's 9 by 5, and see, the moment I actually land, well, I'm almost home. So, avoid the shell. There we go. So yeah, and on top of that, the other reason I decided to do this today and chill out here and just come out, do a bit of fishing, sit back, cook a bit of crab, eat a bit of crab, is this my birthday. So I thought, yeah, I'll do that. It was either that or go to the shop and get a cake. And as you know, with all the social distancing stuff at the moment and queues and that, I didn't really fancy going to a supermarket. And to be fair, this is much nicer. Well, in its own way, shall we say, because cake is good. Right, that'll do. Like I say, it's too fiddly. One more thing in here. There we go. There we go. Those nutcrackers actually work really well. If you put it on the claw, you don't even have to snap it, you can just twist it and it breaks the end of the claw off. So there we go. I'll sort that out when I get home properly. This away. Spoon. So there you go, nice fresh picked crab meat, which I'm now going to slap some on this bread like this. Now I normally just add a bit of salt and pepper with it, or salt and pepper, you can do that, salt and vinegar with the crab, and that's just perfect. So what I did was I put a little bit of salt and vinegar on the bread. seriously can't beat a crab sandwich, I tell you. Look who's doing it on that.
How you doing?
Yeah, not bad.
I want to be on YouTube.
Is it a good time to have you on YouTube? So here's an old friend of mine. This is John. He's out in, I don't know what he's out in, but he's out in something.
It's brilliant. It's basically a canoe without riggers.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I've been keeping up with your channels. You got many subscribers now?
It's pushing 7,000. Yeah.